Welcome back to Business Equity and Opportunities. A recent article in The Hollywood Reporter highlighted data from film industry tracker ProdPro, estimating the top 6 states for film and TV production had combined third quarter production spends of $3,381 million, with California leading the pack. Movie and TV production is an expensive endeavor, requiring a unique combination of creative thinking and strategic business planning to turn a profit. Entertainment strategist Kevin Goetz, in his new book, How to Score in Hollywood, reveals some of the secrets to success in the movie business and how you can apply many of the same principles in your business.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Access to capital.
I think that we all sort of have the perfect path, don't we? And mine certainly is something I call finding your A&D. And finding your and means that all along the way, you are this, then you become this because you are this and that, and that, and that, which equals who you are today. And so my background was as a child actor into my young adult years. And that was enormously helpful, instructive. It fed my creative soul. At the same time, I had an entrepreneurial spirit. So from my lemonade stand at 10 or 11 years old to running a dance and acting school in my hometown of East Brunswick, New Jersey, that had to scratch that itch. And that's because a lot of parents were saying, hey, I love what you do. You go into New York City, you make these television commercials, you are, in theater and New York and blah, blah, blah. And I said, there's a business idea there. So I was able to use that and that to ultimately allow me to do the next sort of hyphenate, which was focus group moderating, and then ultimately to make a living actually, and then ultimately producing live theater and then producing movies. It's not show art, it's show business. And even though I am an artist in my heart, and I think I've expressed that, I know the practicalities and the rigor that it takes to succeed every time out. And I keep telling people in my own company of Screen Engine, I have over 300 employees at my company worldwide. And I'm always saying that I love the work you're doing, but we've got to keep growing. We've got to keep growing. If we don't grow, we're not succeeding. So I help people not only figure out if they're making the best version of what they can make, but before that, and that's what this book goes into, which is how to avoid costly mistakes, how to mitigate your risk. That is what this book is at its core, because you want to and need to know how you are coming across in your communication. Ron Howard, the director, says it so beautifully. He says, I get to choose my script that I'm going to direct. I get to cast it. I get to direct it. I get to edit it. And then one night, the rubber hits the road and I show it to an audience. And perhaps what I think I've communicated is not what's being communicated. I get to work on that script, but I thought it was this way, but it's not that way. And he listens and he addresses those concerns, and he'll alter them and change them. So that's after the process. But beforehand, do the same thing with your concepts, with your packaging. Listen to the audience and see where they land with all of this stuff. You can't do enough, in my opinion. And you don't have to, if you can't afford to spend money with a company like Screen Engine, do it on your own and find a grassroots way to do it. But don't not listen and don't ignore the audience. You do so at your own peril. If you're interested in getting the book, it's available on bookshelves across the country. It's also available online in the book format or in the audio format, which I recorded, which I think is a lot of fun. But also, please check out my podcast, which is called Don't Kill the Messenger. and it's available on all the different services and so forth. And it's a great masterclass with terrific people, producers like Jerry Bruckheimer and directors like Ron Howard and studio chiefs and people to give you a good sense of how they got started and what goes into the rigor of making successful product. And I have to tell you that if you do enjoy it, please circulate that on social, because it's really hard to launch a book and to get cut through the noise of so much stuff thrown at us all the time. So if you can find a way to, evangelize how to score in Hollywood, I would be most grateful.
Kevin's book is published by Simon & Schuster and is available online at your favorite local bookstore. For more information on this or any of today's segments, just follow the QR code. Up next, how one local community's holiday season kickoff is creating opportunities for local businesses.